We are here at the Western Psychological Association Convention in San Francisco. This poster presentation is entitled Literal Creationism in an African Church by Sharifa Kato from Crafton Hills College. This is a study of a church in California's Inland Empire, and the members of the church are African immigrants, not African Americans, but immigrants from Africa, primarily Kenya. And the question is, how does the religiosity and the belief in evolution differ from that of, say, the average American? Well, what this study used were some Gallup poll questions about religiosity. How important would you say that religion is in your own life? Very important, fairly important, or not very important? And another question about evolution. Do you think that the world was created by God within the last 10,000 years? Do you think that humans evolved from less advanced forms of life, but God guided the process? Or do you think that humans have developed over millions of years from less advanced life forms and God had no part in the process? This sample of African immigrants demonstrated a higher degree of religiosity compared to the American norms. And this sample was much more likely to endorse literal creationism. Nearly 3/4 accepted the idea that God created human beings in their present form within the last 10,000 years. Only 1% accepted the pure theory of evolution without being guided by God. Some additional findings were that older churchgoers were more likely to have a higher level of religiosity and greater acceptance of literal creationism. And the higher the religiosity, the greater the acceptance of literal creationism. The interesting discussion of this particular poster says that we can try to understand the rejection of evolution from either of two perspectives. Do these African immigrants reject evolution because it is inconsistent with their evangelical literal creationism, or are there deeper rejections of evolution that relate to African culture itself? That will be studied in some future research by Sharifa Kato from Crafton Hills College.